What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another video, or live stream, in fact, not a video. Got a really bad camera angle. It just looked like everything behind me is just mess right now. Absolutely chaos. I have planned ahead for issuing the socials post, I guess, the reminder. So I'll just need to do that now. I still don't have a working countdown screen, so ordinarily I would do this while the countdown's rolling, but I had the standby screen up for far too long, 2 minutes nearly. But I have prepped a post. I just need to add the link, which this new streaming software does not allow me to generate a link ahead of time, which my old software did, and to combat that I need to do it while it's live, unfortunately. But we'll post that up to Instagram and YouTube and Facebook rather, and I need to just pop the stream up to check audio. Here it is. Do we have audio? Have I just been talking this whole time with no audio? No, we've got audio. Everything looks fantastic. We have an active live stream. That is awesome. So last night I had a very successful stream by my definition of success, which pretty much just meant that nothing went down. I didn't have to do any troubleshooting at all. Tonight, I'm hoping that everything will just roll along really nicely. But, you know, anything could happen. So we'll just these catch cans in arm's reach, and now we're here, we're ready. If it's your first time here, I always start the stream like I'm surprised that I've started the stream. I understand completely that I'm the one that pushed go, but this is just me in my natural environment, which is utter and complete chaos. So I've also got the Stream Deck. I've got most of the features on the Stream Deck working, so that should all be running fine. And it should really improve the smoothness of my streaming ability. So I think we can get rid of the mouse, because we will try and use the Stream Deck for the duration of the night. So tonight I'm welding these. Let's get into this screen. I'm welding these tub kit catch cans. They are a complement to another product that I make. So I make some tub kits so you can cut the inner guards out of your car and put some tubs in to get more steering angle. This is a catch can that I designed to fit in with those tub kits. And I've since making that, I've superseded this catch can to a different version, but I offer them in a left hand and a right hand. So this is a right hand one, it sits in the right hand side of the engine bay. always measuring left and right from the driver's seat. And then I have a left-hand one that is opposite, and so basically this chamfered side is on the opposite side and sits on the left-hand side of the engine bay. So depending on what engine's fitted or the configuration of the car, you can go left or right. But I don't know how many years, I think since 2019 I've been offering this, and this is the second ever right-hand side one to sell. So it's not one that I keep in stock because nobody ever wants them. And I was actually talking the other day about not offering it anymore because it never ever sells. But 2 days after I make that claim, somebody makes a purchase for one. So that's always the way. I have a shop rule. I don't know if I've actually never thought about it. It applies to products, but it probably should. But the rule in the shop is if I don't use a tool or something in the shop for more than 12 months, I either sell it or donate it. So a lot of the stuff that I know that I don't use very regularly, I write, like just with masking tape, I just write the date on it of the last time I used it, or the month and the year. And things like my hydraulic press and my powder coating setup, my powder coating oven, and my pipe vise. My pipe vise made it to like the month before it was due to be discarded, and then I used it. But the other stuff I was able to get rid of. I think it's a really good system to stop hanging on to things, and I often think that like when you need it, it's super handy to have it. But the actual real estate or the drawer space, I guess that's real estate. The actual real estate that a tool consumes costs money, and it's actually worth doing the maths on the real estate of everything. Yeah, especially like this if you're renting a workshop. It's a good minimalist. Trying very hard not to be a hoarder, so I've sort of adopted minimalism. I wish I could do it better, but I think better is subjective, so it just is. But yeah, food for thought, an idea for thought. I've moved the filler rods to in front of me today, trying that. I'm not sure where they're going to live ultimately. I think I will put them back in the side where they used to be, but I've turned the benches around so things are a little bit different over in this new location. The other thing I can't show you, so it doesn't matter. So first things first, I want to get a bit of heat into the part. And there are a couple of welds on this part that aren't awesome to do, but we're just going to do the best we can. I don't really have a system for this product because I don't do it very often. So we'll jump into the welder settings. So I'm running a 2.4mm serrated tungsten. We will be welding for the majority of the night on profile number 1, and that is pre-float and post-float are both on auto with no additional changes. We're on 2T because we're running a foot pedal. Pulse mode off. We have square wave selected. We're running at 130 Hertz and -33 on the AC balance. And the only other thing you need to worry about is we're running at 120 amps max on the foot pedal, 15 amps minimum on the foot pedal. And I'll just skim through here and you can see anything that might be different on your machine. I think the only thing that I've changed is that startup level there. I think default it's supposed to be 10%, and I have it turned down to 5%. And the non-linear downslope I've changed. I've turned on these current freezing and the antifreeze. They're definitely worth having on, and everything else is as it should be. So we'll come back to this setting here, because if we make any changes it will be that. Later on we will, or shortly I should say, we will be using the pulse setting, but for right now this is what we're doing. So I'm going to get a couple of these open intersections of panels, just with some tacks on them just to close them up, and then I'm going to weld these two straight sections, and then we'll get into the actual weld and see if we can come up with a system before we do the second one. Okay, not too bad. So where are we at with this? So following on from last night's stream, I had some issues with lighting. Tonight I've put the big light back up again, and that will definitely improve how the welds look on this camera. I'm trying to focus it and totally forgotten that I've turned it on to autofocus. So we just got those two welds along those two faces, basically just to put some heat into the part. And while it's warm, we're going to weld in this filter basket. I am just going to hop into the chat and make a comment, so I hopefully turn on the chat bot. I can't do it. I don't know why I need to sign into my own chat. It's so weird. So difficult to chat to type with gloves on. All right. Oh, you beat me to it, Chris. G'day, Chris. I am going pretty awesome today. Just absolute chaos around the shop and in the work life, but I'm feeling really good today, so I hope you're going well too. So let's jump into settings, and hopefully that works, yes. And we'll jump into profile number 3, which is our pulse setting. Here we're on auto with pre-flow, auto for post-flow. We're at 1.1 hertz, which is 0.9 seconds. Pulse time, we're at 45% on time, and I don't think anything else really matters. I would actually like to turn this up to 33%, and everything else is then the same as our other settings. And we'll dive in here and weld in this filter basket. got a really nice weld around that filter basket there. Looks pretty good. How did we go here? A little bit of warpage there, but we'll be fine with that. Really getting that figured out now. I'm going to weld both of these catch cans at the same time. So at this point, I'm going to flick over to the other one. Try and get this in frame here. And we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll get a couple of the vertical welds done. And I think I might try these with the pulse setting and just see how they compare to the other one. We'll get you in a welding screen. Definitely got better results without the pulse setting on this weld in particular, especially through this section here. I was just chasing a blowout the whole time. And up here we got not a bad weld, but again, I think it's certainly better without pulse. But worth the back-to-back experiment, that's for sure. And we'll just get a couple of tacks around here so it doesn't warp too much. And got a little bit of a gap situation going on along this tongue down here. We'll get around to him. I don't think I'll start down there, but very successful going around that filter basket. I'm super happy with those pulse settings in that circumstance. A little bit of warpage just back there, you can probably see that. But nothing bad at all. Really happy with that. And I'm not really sure where I should start and stop on this product. I can't. I think I said at the start of the video, this is the second and third one I've ever had to do. These parts are laser cut parts from I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. They're definitely not the ones that I do now, but I think if I start back in this corner and work my way to the front, let me get my eye in, and that'll be a good stop point. Leon, g'day mate. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. So we'll go back to our straight current settings. I will just save that profile. Does that camera come on? Yes. We'll just save that profile there. We changed the AC balance. Can anyone in the chat let me know if the audio is okay? It sounds like there's a bit of feedback to me, but I think it's different for me than it is for you. So we'll go back to our straight current setting, which is profile number 1 for me, and that is just 130 hertz, negative 33 on the AC balance. It's square wave. And let's jump in here. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate the feedback. Really didn't think I was going to make it with that bit of filler, but it was actually a lot better than I thought. I ended up starting from this very front corner instead of down here, because I noticed that the seam was there, so it was pointless to have 2 stop starts. Really nice looking welds there, little bit started to blow out a little bit towards the end there, but looks nice and shiny. Everything looks really good. So no problems at all. Awesome. So we'll switch back over to the other tank and do that exact same weld. And I might actually pop a chill block on top of it. It will help with earthing a little bit. And that will be fine. We need some more filler rods. I think porn is a banned word, but I can allow it for you, Leon. I think. Show we can allow that. There. I have an automatic word filter on. I appreciate it, man. I just do my very best. I'm very critical of my own welds. Ignore. Oh no, it deleted the message. I'm sorry, Leon. I can't allow the word porn on my stream at the moment. Hopefully, you don't get in too much trouble. It is just a robot yelling at you. It's not an actual person. All right, we'll match the weld on this tank the same as the other tank. That's a good way to beat the robot there. Thank you, though. So yeah, got a really nice weld across there. Same sort of pitfall, and it's got to do with the way that this panel was rolled, I think. Always get sort of a flat edge. I don't know if you can sort of see this vertical line here is where it's sort of flat at the end. Chased a little bit of blowout, but definitely not as bad as the other tank, but happy with that. Came out really good. So we'll switch back to the other tank here, and we will run around the top of it. And by running around the top, we're going to have to start at the bottom. Leon subscribed. Thank you so much. You're officially the first person to subscribe while the stream is on legitimately with this waving hand situation. I appreciate you testing my back end stuff for me. But thank you for subscribing. That's so awesome. Did I? Oh, I just thought I forgot to put it in a welding screen then. Another beautiful weld down the front of this part. I'm just going to find a creative way to prop this. And that should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Probably get away with a shorter filler. We'll waste some of these shorter fillers. I've retired my little dreg dice in lieu of something that I can actually dig old filler rods out of. So I think anything that's sticking out of the top of that is usable. So the old dice, I've got a collection of dice that I've made, but the dice that I was putting the little butts of filler in, I could never get them back out again. So had to come up with a new method, and I think we'll make a specific container for that one night on stream. Okay, who does my sheet metal work? Me. I do everything from start to finish. So where are you? Here, where these toolboxes are, there's a keyboard and a screen. That's my CNC router. I do all my sheet metal cutting or aluminium cutting. And then back where that neon sign is, where is it? Over here, I have folders and rollers and press and all that jazz. But literally, the only thing that I'm outsourcing now is these weld-on fittings. So I'm buying those from Speedflow. So everything is Australian made that I use. So I'm outsourcing the weld-on fittings and the powder coating. I'm no longer doing powder coating in-house anymore. It's too time-consuming, too messy, and too risky. So yeah, so literally start to finish, I am designing, cutting, folding, welding, and then when it comes back from powder coat, I package and I engrave all my own packaging, make all my own packaging, and I have a way back there, which you can't see, I have a CO2 laser that I cut and engrave all my boxes and stuff on, and yeah, I take a lot of pride in the process. Yeah, definitely. Instagram, Facebook, all those places. I'm everywhere. I'm usually here Monday to Friday on this live stream. But yeah, man, for sure. I'm out in where am I? I'm in Brendale now. So I've moved up from Yeronga. Spent 6 months in Toowoomba and then cruised up to Brendale, and the shop is bloody beautiful out here. But for sure, would love to catch up, and I hope all is well in your world as well. I was going to buzz down this side, but I think I'll switch to the other catch can actually and do that same weld across here before I have to move things around too much. And I just started from there. Yes, we'll keep all that the same. We'll jump into a welding screen and we'll do it. Alright, we froze the camera. How do we get that back? We go here and then back there and it all works. Bloody beautiful. I do hear a USB cycling through when I have the arc starts, and I think it is just the Stream Deck here. I don't think it's anything else dropping out. The only other thing that I have plugged in is a charger for the receiver for the camera, microphone, sorry. And if that's cycling through, that's no problems at all because it's not feeding any data at all. I don't know, just bear with me and I'll test these welding screens. You know, I couldn't remember which button was the one that has the welder on it. I've got them both marked as welding. I need to change what they're called. Okay, everything is looking fantastic, be it blurry. Looking really good there. We'll get across this top here. I can see it has distorted a fraction. So we'll just give that a light little tap down and I'll get a tack on it just before we get going. Right there, and welding. I've already forgotten which button's which. I think it was this one. All right, really happy with how that one turned out. Looks fantastic. So next up, we need to get around, where's it on your side, this stuff here. So I'm going to actually start in this back corner up here. I should, no, we can do that, that's fine. So we'll start back here. I know the camera angle is crappy right now, but it won't matter in a second. And let's go here. Here. Five inches, maybe 6 inches of filler. I wonder if that's going to be long enough to do this tiny little weld across here. We will see right now. With 2 inches to spare, no problems. Now we're getting to the back bit that we were trying to get to this whole time. Pop a chill block on top there. If I get this camera up, oh, that's as high as I can go. It doesn't like that at all. That is as high as I can go. I did all the white balance settings and the what else did I change? The ISO on it, and finally, and the autofocus, did it all in the back end, so we don't have to do it every single stream. Looks really good tonight, that camera. Really happy with that. Okay, my camera is coming back, or did we lose one? Did we lose one? Let's just come across here, and then we'll cycle back. No, was I just praising that camera, and now it's gone on us? We'll swap out to the other catch can. How did I do that one? I thought I started from down the back, but I ended down there, maybe. Oh no, here we go. No? I'm so confused right now. I went this way. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. You can't see anything, I know, and I will give that camera a restart in a second. Just suffering from my own confusion right now. Okay. Still works. Doesn't still works? Yes, yes. Okay, so the M10, let's deactivate him. Reactivate him. Doesn't want to come on. Did we have an issue with power? Oh. There it is. There it is. So just a power restart or a cycle through on the power did the job there. All right. Get a bit of weight on this guy and see if I can get my chair a little bit higher. All right, we'll try the other welding screen. I'm not going to do it now. I really need to rename them. This one. Yes, good, good, good. Okay. We're going to focus, not too bad. All pretty good around there. Looks really nice. Changing back to that that big light really makes a difference to how things look, I think, as well. Since I can't take credit for it personally. Okay, we'll just give that a little bit of a knock down there, and this guy down here, and I will swap to the other tank. That one looks pretty good. Okay, and we'll get some shorter fillers. And I might just do that other tank while we've got this little prop set up, just to save going through the hassle of doing it all over again. Okay. That's probably not going to be long enough. We'll grab this guy and keep going. Yes, okay, cool. Cameras came back. Had a little bit of an issue up here. Let's pop that over there. And I can't remember what it was. There was possibly a tack there. I feel like it blew out and I caught it again, but we've got a little bit of something going on. Doesn't look too bad on the undulating profile. It'll certainly look good when it's powder coated. But other than that, everything has come up really nice. There's actually only this single seam here, and it is still at the same height, so it makes sense just to buzz under there and get him done. Okay, looks really good. So this is the one that we didn't pulse weld. Yes, looks very even across the bottom. Looks really good across the top here. Super happy with how that turned out. It's a shame that the biggest weld is on the back. You do sort of see it, but it is against the back of the tub kit. Really nice. And we'll just grab a grab a new chill block. The other ones are warm. They're not super hot, but they're a little bit warm. Not bad. Really happy with that curved weld. Something happened down here. I'm not really sure. I was slightly out of parallel with my prop, and I was slowly sort of running down it or back along it. But I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. This floor that I'm on now must be on a slight lean. I haven't put a level on this table yet, but the table does sort of want to rotate by itself, so I'm often putting a where are you here? This guy. I'm putting a block there to stop it from rotating on its own. Nothing worse than chasing a moving part while you're welding. Alright, I think we've done it. Looks good. The top of it looks really good. Happy with that. Did a really good job on these two. We are 1 hour and 17 minutes in. That is actually amazing. Usually welding on stream adds an hour to a couple of tanks. I do have another tank to weld, and I'm just going to dive into it since we are running really well on time. But I'm just going to sort of power through it a little bit. I think everything's okay with the stream. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, really happy with the welding. And the stream, for that matter, like everything. I don't know if being closer to the cement wall or being under these metal stairs is good for the EMF, but everything seems to be, I'm going to jinx it right now, but everything seems to be running really well. But yeah, super happy with these machine settings. Everything just comes up bloody great right now. Really good. So let's go into the settings screen and let's cruise over, save changes. I don't know if anything was changed there, but I wonder why it prompts me to do that every time. And we'll jump into profile number 3, which is the pulse profile, and just get in here and close some bits and bobs up. Looks good. So we're going to just get a weld across this seam at the bottom. And I'll get a whole new filler. Why is it telling me welcome to the chat? I can't sign in. I don't know what the heck is going on with the chat. I need to have 2 chats open. Awesome. I was really hoping to see more from the chatbot tonight. I thought I turned everything down to a level that it might post at a ridiculous rate, but it's certainly working. But I think there's a caveat where it's a certain amount of posts per minute. So what did it post earlier? It said, enjoying the stream, I'd love it if you hit subscribe. So the rule set on that is 20 minutes and 3 posts. The other ones are like 30 minutes and 1 post. And I don't know why they don't pop up. Does the other one cancel out these ones? I really have no idea. Not the end of the world, but really over time I guess we'll figure it out. Get this filter basket welded up. So just noticing some little craters on these dabs. Might have something to do with turning up the AC balance. I did notice them before, but not as bad as I'm getting them right now. And how we will combat that is in welder settings. Oh, it's already up at 30 amps. We'll just up that to 35. So the minimum on the foot pedal, and that might help with the little crater that we're getting here. excellent. Very successful. So gonna buzz over to the bottom here and we'll get started on this curved side. Like so. We'll stop this table from turning and we'll get in here. We'll save that change and return back to profile number 1. Now there's a bit of heat in the part. I'll be able to close up these little gaps. Bit of heat and a bit of rigidity. Okay, pretty successful there. So I do that in 3 bites. So I do this straight section, this little curve section, and then the second curve section. I don't think those stop starts are too bad. Where this fold is here, it's definitely a change in width of the weld. So it sort of hides those stop starts really well. I'm just going to buzz across this little bit here where there's a bit of a gap going on. And I know you can see the distortion in that material in the reflection, but once the part is powder coated, you don't see that at all. Beautiful. All right. Next up is the top. This is where things start to get a bit serious. This mouse out of here. Pop a chill block on here. And try and get this prop a bit lower. Okay. Let's go. Okay, we're getting around it okay. You're not looking at anything right now. There you go. those are still going very well. Just pop this guy over here somewhere. I feel like I'm sitting really high today, but the chair height has not changed. Let's get in there. I wonder if that that filler rod will be long enough. The end of it's right there. I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it, hey? Going good, everything's going good. Right there. Looks really nice. I've been noticing tonight, and I didn't pay any attention to it last night, but my my CPU usage is around 55 to 60%. And it's usually in the teens to 20s. I don't know if it's because of this program that I'm using or because I'm now streaming at 1080p, or a combination of both maybe, but the stream is, you know, is going all right. I guess it doesn't really matter how much CPU I use, but just noticing. It's all running great. Yes, it is. Thank you, Chris. I'm curious to investigate the sound. I'm going to listen to this stream back on this same headset and see. For me, the audio keeps sort of cracking when it peaks a bit, but I'm assuming that it's just me, because it might drive you crazy if it drives me crazy. Can we get that a bit duller there? All right, so a couple of verticals and then this big long L section. Nothing with the audio. Yeah, it must just be me, and it might have something to do with my proximity. I have no idea, but if it sounds fine to you, awesome. You know, I won't mess around with it. Let's keep welding. Excellent. One thing I did just notice is that the labels didn't update. Can I do anything about that now? I don't think so. I can. Does that do it? Hey, it did it. Cool, so now we got Leon down in the corner there. I have to manually turn that on every time for the stream. But we get the little notification thing now, which is super cool. All right. Can I get away with, I've got this filler rod, which is almost a full length, or pretty close. Got a couple of short ones. I'm going to try and finish this tank without grabbing a new one. Just a personal challenge. Absolutely beautiful on that straight section there. Really happy with that. Looks fantastic. I just went ahead and fusion weld the end there just to try and stop that heat soak around that hole. I did it the other night as well, and it worked really well. Need to be mindful about doing that in the future, and I'll do the same thing as we go around the corner on this one as well. Not that you need to see anything there. I feel like I need an additional cushion on my chair tonight. It's quite uncomfortable. Some nights it's great, sometimes it's not. We'll grab the longest one of these and just move that up closer to that hole. Okay, and lastly we've got that little vertical there. Really happy with how everything's going. I do want to do it in this direction. Is that going to be long enough? Sure. Alright, and there we have it. I think we got it all, yes. So an R33 catch can, this is going to be a -10. We've got the 2 tub kit catch cans that we welded tonight as well. What a good little lineup tonight. And hour 49, we did it in great time as well. I don't know what I'm putting my leg against under here. Oh, it's just the table itself. It's like my welding table is getting quite warm. Fantastic. Yeah, so really happy with those settings. I just can't fault them at all. It's perfect for my welding style. I really think it's that AC balance change that made that huge difference. Right there. Yeah, up here specifically, like really good. Just all round looks good, nice and shiny, nice and consistent. Really, really happy with how things are going right now. We managed to do a full stream with really, oh, don't touch the hot parts, with really no glitches at all. Nothing. 2 nights in a row I haven't had to unplug and plug in cameras and do all that kind of ball plop. I just want to check 2 settings before I go. One there. Cool. I was just thinking about introducing another camera. If it isn't broke, I'll try and break it. That's generally how I roll. Yeah, but really stoked. So today I posted up at midday or so. I did a Instagram reel advertising the stream. So a reel goes out to everybody, not just people that already like my page. So I hope that reached some new people today. Tomorrow, I was really trying to stream on multiple platforms tonight, but this new software that I'm using does not allow it, whereas my old one, I could cheese it. But we'll figure that out in the future. It looks like the only way to solve it is to buy a subscription. But we'll cross that bridge a little bit later. But tomorrow I wanted to try going live on TikTok on my phone at the start of the stream as well, to see if I could generate some more traffic as well. So I think now that we've got the back end working, I'm super comfortable with where I'm welding in the shop now. It's time to start promoting this thing and seeing what we can do with introducing new people to the stream and the channel. So that being said, Chris, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. As always, it makes my day. I really appreciate it. And we had Leon drop in tonight. Really appreciate you stopping by and subscribing and testing out that little subscriber dude. This guy right here, I really appreciate that. Anyone who is watching now that didn't jump into the chat, thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. It truly means a lot. And then the VOD, if you're watching this after it went live, there's a whole playlist with like 55 or so streams here, let alone the 50, 60 other videos I've got on my channel. I really appreciate you checking out my stuff, and I would absolutely love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get there, I get to unlock some of YouTube's advertising things in the back end, and that will really help get the stream out to more people. More conversation, more interactive. It'll be more awesome. So I'd appreciate it if you'd hit subscribe, and if you join me tomorrow or sometime next week for another stream, that'd be bloody awesome as well. Thank you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. I've got some R34 catch cans I cut on the CNC today that I'm desperately trying to prep and get ready to get to powder coat next week. So I'm looking forward to hopefully welding those tomorrow. They are one of my favorite to weld. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow if I can find the outro button.